The following episode was recorded in January, months before this release date and before the rise in concern over COVID-19. Please know we are all safely practicing social distancing and learning remotely, and still excited to share our capital life with you. Looking forward to seeing you back on campus next fall.
Welcome to CapChat, the show that connects you to the faces, voices, and stories of CapFam.
I'm super excited about this episode. It is episode 4. We're going to talk all things campus living. And I'm pumped about it. I was actually a commuter, so I'm curious about all these things that I missed out on.
I currently live on campus, so I would say I am an expert at living on campus.
You're doing it, and
I
you've
am
done
doing
it.
it, and I've done it for 5 semesters.
So we have some really great guests. We have Brendan Downing. He's going to be with us, and also Ashley Swank. They brought some living expertise to this episode, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Plus, we might get into some trouble. Depends on how we're feeling. So, with maybe some pizza, it's going to be a lot of fun. If you're willing, let's go on this adventure together. This is episode 4 of CapChat. Hi, welcome to CapChat Season 2, Episode 4. We're actually talking about campus living, and I'm one of your co-hosts, John Honecker.
I'm your other co-host, Mary Claire Kunkel.
And we have some pretty cool guests with us that know all about every question, the pinnacle of wisdom of campus living, right?
We'll try.
Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I am Ashley. I'm a third year here on campus, and I'm an emerging media major with a focus in public relations.
Nice.
And I'm Brendan Downing. I'm the Associate Director of Residential and Commuter Life.
Ooh, that sounds very expert-y.
Yes.
In campus living.
Yes.
So we have a lot of questions, and we're trying to figure out, what's the best way to live on campus. And we're also going to talk about, commute life. Commuters are a strong body of capital, and we want to make sure that they get some love too. So you guys ready to get started?
Right on.
Absolutely.
All right. So first question, what are the biggest questions that you get about campus living? And then I want to hear from people actually living on campus. What are your biggest questions that you wish were answered?
I think before students move on campus, the biggest question we get is, can I have this specific accommodation, this specific type of room? Can I have a single room with my own bathroom in the nicest hall on campus?
Also, my mom and dad living right downstairs, and
home cooked meals.
I would love some home cooked meals, and I take my Eggos this way, specifically cooked.
Definitely. So before they come on campus, there's a lot of expectation of what they're gonna get, and we can't always meet that expectation for everybody. Some times you have to have a roommate. So
you do have to have a roommate. So set some expectations. What should incoming students be expecting?
To build great relationships, to meet some great and fun new people, to have some conflict, but also to have amazing staff members like myself and all of the residents' assistants out there who can help them overcome that conflict.
Conflict like class conflicts, right?
Yes. Like, no. What we're expecting is, when you come onto campus, that you're going to meet a lot of different people. You're going to have a lot of different personalities that aren't like your own. Right. You're going to experience maybe diversity like you never had before. And so all of that is new for a lot of our students. A lot of our students have to share rooms maybe for the first time.
Gasp.
And so with that comes all of these different conflicts, experiences you've never had.
Right.
And from that, we help you manage that, and we help you figure out how to work through that and how to talk, communicate, get along with other people.
Which is super important.
Grow.
Yeah. I got to ask, because I was a commuter when I went to school here, did you experience conflict?
I wouldn't say so. No, definitely not at first. You're still getting to know each other. We had our roommate agreement all set up,
Oh, nice.
and I can't think of any, like, I don't remember ever fighting or anything like that. We got along really well. So
That means we're doing a great job at
yes,
Capital.
definitely. Definitely.
So roommate agreement was something that you downloaded on the internet and had each of you sign, or?
It was something that our RA gave to us in the first week. And basically, the RA told us to just have a conversation about, times, like, what times you guys want to just like go to sleep? Is there like a common time so that you don't have like you getting to sleep and then your roommate coming in at 3 a.m. and, turning on music and all that sort of stuff. So just ironing out those sort of things. And then if there ever is like any conflict that arises, you have that roommate agreement that you can pull out and be like, we signed this on this date. And
It's in the contract.
right. But definitely more of a
great.
conversation starter than like a set contract, like a legal thing. So
That's awesome. I'm hoping then, Mary Claire, that you had some conflict.
I did a little bit. Not
Yay.
my first year. My first year, it went pretty well. My roommate wasn't really there very often because her mom lived in town and one of her brothers lived in town. So there were a couple of nights a week where she would just spend the night there. And also a big part of it was just the way that we set up the room. We had our desks on the walls like facing each other.
Okay.
And then the shared wall, we had our beds. And then in between, we had my like fridge stand and then my little mini fridge. So when we were laying in our beds, we couldn't see each other. So there was kind of like that feigned, but also kind of real sense of privacy.
Nice.
And I think that was really important and really helpful. But my second year, the room was just a little bit smaller. That was how just the nature of the rooms. There wasn't as much mobility with the furniture.
Got it.
And so we could always see each other. And for me, I'm a very busy person. So when I came back to my room, I just kind of wanted to relax. But having another person there would, I don't know, it was just harder to navigate.
Yeah.
And so I learned a lot, the importance of like open communication and being direct with people and being able to like say hard things and also hear hard things.
Right.
And while we aren't rooming together again, she's still one of my closest friends. And like we have a class together this semester and we're in leadership together in one of the organizations we're involved in. So even if someone isn't good to live with, that doesn't mean you can't be their friend. It's just finding those people with matching living habits.
Well, this is just good podcasting. I was hoping for a bigger fight. I've been hoping all season for, but that sounds like really happy stories.
I have friends who had harder stories, but they were able to get out of it. My sister came to Capital
Okay.
and she had a really rough roommate situation her first semester of her first year,
Okay.
but she was able to change roommates and then like went on to become an RA. So
And that's one of the biggest questions we get from students who are on campus
Yeah,
right now.
can I
So,
change my
How do I get
room?
out of my room?
Yeah.
I need to change right away. And obviously, our first thing that we want to do is we want to help you learn how to live with somebody and how to get over that conflict.
Right.
But if it's a bad situation, we're going to get you out of that room and we're going to get you out soon. So it just is basically a conversation with your area director. And they're available in their offices all throughout the day and in the evening during certain hours. And you go in and talk to them or you talk to your RA, you do a little paperwork, and in a week, you're out of your room, tops. And if it's a big thing, we can probably make it happen way faster.
That's really easy. For someone who's done apartment living, it is way harder when you have roommates and a lease there. So that sounds like it's pretty
Yeah.
straightforward.
Yeah. Yeah, we really do. We want everybody to have a happy situation at Capital University. We want to have them in the place that they want to be.
Right.
So they can thrive not only academically, but also socially.
So we talked a little bit about the most common things that, resident living, the questions, the concerns. What about our commuters? Do they have a place where they can come, they're in their car. We actually heard on another episode that they're doing homework in their car. I never did homework in my car. I lived already in my car. It was really bad. But let's get out of that. Where are their locations?
Yeah. In Lohman Complex,
Okay.
in the basement of Lohman Complex, we have a specific commuter lounge with table, chairs, couches, fridge, microwave, all of the stuff that they would kind of need to hang out during the day in between classes. We also have the Lohman basement has another little lobby area with vending, TV, a couple exercise machines.
That's
We
great.
have ping pong, foosball, all of that stuff down there open and ready for our commuters to use. So that's just one space we have. We also always invite people into the central office for Residence Life. We've been really trying to make it more of like a den
Yeah.
feel, like a living room for campus. So when you walk into our office now, you see it looks like your family living room. We have stuff up on our wood paneled walls. We have
Wood panel walls.
yeah, we have couches and chairs for you to sit and hang out, a fridge with some beverages, some snacks, coffee, all that stuff to make you feel like you have a place in our home too.
It's great. Okay, so then let's talk about assembling your team, right? There are the people that you live with. Sometimes those relationships with the people that you live with go on beyond roommates. Sometimes it's just a living situation. Sometimes there's conflict and you need to change that. But ultimately, college and this time is a chance for you to get to know more people outside of your normal realm or your normal circle. So let's talk about the 5 tips for meeting people in college. Like, what would you say is the best way to reach out? Because, you know, you might meet somebody that turns you onto a class or a group, or maybe you're like, man, this person would be really great to live with, and I would like to change and be able to live with that person. So I want to hear from you all to see what your best tips for meeting people on campus are.
I would say, especially as a first year, just join student organizations of things that you're interested in, because then you'll find people with common interests, and just try anything that you think you have an interest in within a student organization, and give it time, because friendship takes time to build. It's really hard to like make a really close friend in a day or a week. Like sometimes it takes a whole semester, but you will find like at least a few people, and then you'll meet their friends and it'll start to grow. I know I was involved in a lot of things my first year, and I have friends that were the same way. And then you find the things that you really have a passion for, and you kind of time manage after that of like, what are you really going to invest in? But I would say, especially your first semester, like not to make that like huge commitment right away, and just try things and see where you land.
What would be some example student organizations that you tried, or some favorites?
Yeah, I joined WXCU Radio, which is kind of a combination between a class and a student organization. And right away, like I've always thought having a radio show would be really cool. And right away, I got involved in management team, and I'm still on that in leadership. I was part of the improv group for a little bit, but that was one that I ended up
Improv.
not having as much time for. So I ended up kind of allocating my time to other things. I joined a sorority. I'm part of Pi Phi Epsilon, which is a local sorority on campus. It's a social sorority. And so that was a really great way to start making friends that I'm now living with some of my sorority sisters. And then Embrace Ministries was the first place that I found a home. I grew up in the church and like really involved in youth group. And so I wanted to still have that. And right away, I felt this sense of belonging. And I haven't lost that sense of belonging. And I've been in leadership in that organization as well. So that's me.
So for me, the organizations I'm a part of, one is Public Relations Student Society of America, which is a pre-professional organization. I kind of wanted a variety when I first came to school. I wanted one that was maybe more social, one that was more professional, and then a religious organization. And PRSSA is obviously the professional one.
Right.
Really awesome, because obviously meeting people that are in my major, that are related to my major, and getting those like professional networking opportunities there. I actually got to go on a trip to Chicago through PRSSA with a couple people, and not only got connected to some fellow Capital students, but also some people from schools all over, because PRSSA is a national organization.
Oh, cool.
So really cool there. I'm also a part of Crew. So
Yeah.
Crew has some different Bible studies and stuff that I was a part of my first, second year, and then this year as well. And the other one I'm a part of currently is Core 83. So they're a Korean culture social organization. They throw a lot of cultural events, some dance stuff. And they've been a really sort of close knit group of friends for me. So
Now those everything that you two just listed are still student organizations, correct?
yes.
Yes.
Cool. Awesome.
I have not been a student in forever.
We got
No,
it.
I was.
We
I
have
just-
to do the tips.
I just finished actually my PhD, so I was a student a minute ago.
Oh,
but
congratulations.
thank you. I when I was a campus student at Ohio University, I went to different campus organizations. Yes.
Oh,
I did
no.
not graduate from Capital. I apologize. No, but we have some really awesome ones here. And I think the big thing for everybody is to just drop by the SCE, which is in the student union, and they will sit and talk to you about the tons and tons of organizations we have. Pride is one that that I'm really think is awesome that we
Right.
have here. I think it's awesome that we have so many student organizations for our diverse student body. I really love the work that AMP does with getting students out in the community and doing fun things.
AMP?
AMP.
AMP. So
Yeah.
there's C, SEE,
SCE is,
SCE.
yep.
Got it. Totally good. SCE.
Student and community engagement. That's the office that handles all campus orgs,
Okay.
sorority and fraternity life. So
Sweet.
if a student wants to get involved, stop by their office and talk to them. That's the place to go.
And then AMP.
AMP is one of the coolest ones I think we have on campus. I was in student government in college and high school. Just saying. But I think our student government is really cool here. Sam, the president, is a pretty awesome person. And I think if somebody's interested in really having a voice on campus, that's a great way to do it.
That's fantastic. I got to say that my tip as a commuter, oh my gosh, now I'm drawing a blank because I just drove everywhere. A lot of my connection was with crew. I remember that. And then I just met a lot of people in the MDR. Is that weird? That is.
No.
I just sat down and was like, hey, what's up? Because I have that mentality of a 6-year-old, where you see little kids interact. They're like, we're friends now. And the other person's like, yeah.
Asked somebody the other day if they'd be my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See?
because I'm new to town. So I'm like, hey, will you be my friend? They said no, but I'm going to keep trying. No,
So,
I think,
ask me.
will you be my friend?
Absolutely.
Oh, this is great. One. It took me 6 months, but one. No, I think visibility, exactly what you're saying. For first-time people or first-time students on campus, I think keeping your door open when you're in there. Don't keep it open when you're not.
Oh, nice.
Security and safety. But if you keep your door open and people see you, it's such a freshman in college kind of thing to just drop by each other's rooms and say hi and get to know people. When people on your floor invite you to go do things in those first couple days of school, go. Classes aren't that hard yet. You'll be fine.
Right. Can we say that?
Probably
Yeah.
not. It's a joke. It's my last day at Capitol. Make sure that you're visible. Make sure you sit out in the lounge, in the lobbies. And also your RAs do these incredible things called programs or engagements. Go to those. I'm going to plug us and the things we do again.
Yeah. Let's do it.
We just went through a winter training where we talked about CapFam. So RAs do something called community development. And it's all about trying to get you to find your place on campus. And what we say, that used to be like, we'll throw a bunch of random programs, right? We'll do this and that, and maybe you'll come, maybe you won't.
Yeah.
But our new mission is to help every student on campus find their CapFam. And that doesn't necessarily mean the people in their hallway.
Right.
That could mean that you love crew. So your CapFam is crew. So we know you're involved with that. So you're a little less of a high priority for us. But that student that goes home after class every day, grabs their meal from MDR in the box and brings it home, shuts their door and stays in there. We want to help them find their place on campus, find their CapFam, their people.
Because that's the biggest resource in college
Yeah.
is making that network with people. That's
Yeah.
why you're here.
Yeah.
One of the highest reasons you're here.
Yeah, definitely. And that's one of the biggest ways that we're going to get you to stay here and get you to graduate is if you have your people. So that's what my people do. They help you go out and find community within the greater community.
That's awesome.
I think also there's kind of a mindset. I know I had it as a first year, especially at the very beginning, like through the orientation process and beyond of this, oh, I want people to think I'm cool. Like I don't want them to think I'm lame. So I don't want to be too involved. And so there's kind of not necessarily snooty, but like people are kind of on edge because you're trying to make an impression, but remembering that everyone's trying to make an impression and is in the same boat as you are.
Mm-hmm.
And just be like, hey, it's okay if I look a little lame, if I'm, putting myself out there and actually allowing myself to have the potential to make friends. I think that's something good to have in the back of your mind because it's really scary. I know something I sometimes talk about, sometimes I don't, is I had a really rough first semester when it came to making friends. I didn't have very many, but I stuck it out because I had a couple that I was very close with. And then through my spring semester, I started, those friendships were like, I had the roots and they were yielding branches. And now it's just like boomed. And I'm a junior now and I'll walk on campus and there's so many faces that I know, so many people that I can wave to. So obviously make sure that like the home that you're in is the right home for you, but also knowing that things take time to evolve.
That's huge.
There's definitely seasons as well. Like you don't always have to like make one friend and then that's your friend for your 4 years and that's it.
Nope, you're locked in. Remember contracts,
It's the
roommate
contract, right?
friend contracts.
Yes.
You all get them at orientation.
Well, yeah, you'll definitely have a real variety of friends, especially, you'll have friends that are in your class. You'll have friends that are in your organizations. You'll have friends in your hall, especially if you keep your door open. I remember, to speak on that, my roommate and I kept our door open our first week and we just yelled out people as they pass and just be like, hey, who are you? We want an introduction here. And, your hall can also be a really like good resource to just, ask people for help if you need help. Like I remember we had a brand new vacuum in our room and we just could not get it to work. And so we just yelled out in the hall our first week and we're like, can anyone fix a vacuum? And lo and behold, someone could fix a vacuum. And so that friendships can start in really unexpected ways. And just like you guys were talking about, there are a lot of people, like everyone, they want to make friends. So it's not weird to like, go up to someone or someone in your class or something like that and be like, hey, do you want to grab lunch after this? Or, do you want to get coffee or things like that are how I've made some of the most, important connections here at Capitol.
This is great. This is awesome. I love it. Let's talk about residence hall necessities. There are things that, I know when I went on any kind of camping trip or left, I pack way too much. I know that's really weird to hear, but I definitely bring, I look at an RV and I'm like, that's exactly it. Bring a house. That's perfect. And then there's other people's experience where they don't bring enough and they're like, I wish I had this. So let's break this down. Top 5 things that you wish you would have left at home.
Probably most of my closet. I brought so many clothes. It was absolutely unnecessary. And I brought more than just, the warm weather clothes that I was definitely going to need, just like August, September. I brought like my coats and what if one day I need a hat, like a winter hat. Absolutely unnecessary. Did not need any of that. And it was a struggle finding storage. Definitely, I took a ton of stuff home after my first couple of weeks because I was like, I'm just overwhelmed. Like I was already in the mindset of like, all right, I need to be like the fashionista. Like I need to have, every outfit for every occasion. And then, after like that first class, that first like impressions class where you're like in your nice little, not like a suit, but like a nice outfit.
I wasn't in a suit first day. Man, college has changed.
But then after that, it's really just like, t-shirts and jeans and, just standard stuff, sneakers, stuff like that.
So I would say definitely bring a winter hat.
One, right?
But you don't need to bring.
Today it would be really useful.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Ohio is great. We experience all 4 seasons.
Yes.
Healthily.
In a week.
In a week.
Literally.
Okay. All right. So leave the variety of outfits at home. Very clear.
Mine's really weird and not applicable to anyone else.
Good. Let's hear.
But
Let's put that on air.
I did dance and theater in high school, so I brought all of my dance shoes, including 2 different sets of tap shoes, and I did not need them
You
at all.
really wanted to make an impression somehow, some way.
I was like, maybe I'll find some place to do dance or like be in a production that I need these, and I didn't. So I had all of those. So.
How would we describe that? So, really niche specific
Things that you would only need for like a very specific instance. I only live an hour and a half away. So if I needed those, next time I go home, I can just get them.
what would that be? Niche clothes. Niche
I don't know. That's like I said, it's absolutely not applicable to anyone else.
super
niche
specific.
items that
There's-
your parents can send you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. I think if you are thinking you're an incoming first year student and you're thinking right now, I am going to need to have my parents rent a U-Haul to get us to campus, you need to scale back your expectations. And we see it every year. We see multiple U-Hauls pull onto campus with items and leave with half of them.
Right.
I wish I hadn't brought a TV. I was in a quad my freshman year. And so there were 4 of us living in one room. And it was an enormous room, but all 4 of us brought TVs. And
Really?
so it was like a wall of TVs that never got turned on because we just like watched stuff on our computers instead.
You didn't do LAN parties?
No.
Is that a thing?
I don't even know
anymore?
what that
It's not a
means.
thing?
I don't.
Ah, it's really cool. Okay. Showing my nerd side real bad right now. Okay, so discuss if at all possible, your
Definitely.
future roommates. Who's bringing the TV?
Who's bringing the fridge?
Yeah.
the fridge?
Who's bringing the coffee? Scale it back with your roommates. Yeah.
Discuss appliances.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
I didn't really overpack that much. I can't really think of anything. Maybe t-shirts from high school or something like that. For me, I don't wear t-shirts very often, and you get t-shirts so much if you're involved in student organizations. So just being in mind that your wardrobe is going to grow when you're there.
You're gonna get t-shirts.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Right.
Anything else? I'm looking at people.
I think
on
I've
the
gotten like
outside.
10 t-shirts since August.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I could just live in Capital Apparel that has been given to me for free. So yeah, really scale back your clothes expectations.
Furniture. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about should you leave furniture at home?
Yes. All of it.
All of it?
Well, I mean, if you're
But this furniture is like a part of me. I need my couch.
it's not. If you're a first year student coming into Capital University, you're most likely going to live in a traditional residence hall, which means you're going to have 1 or more roommates. And we are going to provide you with a bed that you cannot take out of the room. You can't take it home. We're not going to take it out for you. You can't bring your home bed, your childhood bed, whatever it is. We have an extra long twin XL mattress and bed for you. We have a desk, we have a dresser, and if it's not built in closet, we have a wardrobe in the room for you. So you don't have room for a lot of those other things unless you work with one of our partners, bedloft.com, get a loft, then you can put some stuff underneath.
Okay. Leaving furniture at home. How about musicians or, like I got a guitar and all this, like if you're bringing stuff like that, but you're not necessarily coming to school for music, is that okay?
If you think that you're going to have space for it and you can play it quietly,
Yeah,
and
that's the
courteously,
kicker there.
but
Quiet.
if not, then don't.
If you are good at the guitar and you can play it, you should bring it.
Right.
If it is a prop, like mine was in high school in my bedroom, I did not know how to play it at all. It was just to make me look cool.
So that's room decor. So
Yeah.
how much room decor should I leave at home that is a part of my identity?
Things that can go on the walls, but if it has to sit on the floor, don't bring it.
My rule of thumb for room decor for residence hall living is, those Rubbermaid totes?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about? That
yeah.
we store Christmas decorations
Yeah,
in when we're
exactly.
done, right? One of those with decor.
Mm.
That
One.
is your limit. Not a U-Haul.
Not a U-Haul full of decor.
just that's scaling back.
Yeah. If you do bring that guitar though, and you're good at playing it, you should go out around campus, sit somewhere that looks really cool, good aesthetic, start playing the guitar and singing. And that's how you're going to make friends. You're going to have a group of people like, oh, that's guitar guy. That's who I wanted to be.
How do you know if you're a guitar player? You can either take it to, a group of friends or go to Guitar Center. And if you start playing and people roll their eyes, you're not a good guitar player. So just go ahead, leave it home. It's fine. Play it at your parents.
Yeah.
All right. That's actually pretty good. Most of our closet, scale back the clothes, niche items that your parents can send you.
Don't bring your tap shoes.
If it fits in a, basic postal box, they can send it to you when you need it. You'll have it. TV, discuss appliances with your future roommates. Who's bringing what? Furniture, leave it all. It's not good that it's coming with you. And then room decor, make sure that if you have room decor, it fits in a tote. That's great. That's a lot. That you're going to leave most of your life behind. It'll be fine.
And you're going to build a new great life.
And it's nicer when you have less things because that's less you have to pack up at the end of the year.
All right, so we talked about what you need to leave at home, what you need to leave at home.
Tap shoes.
I just felt like I really had to drive that home. It makes your job easier. Since
Yes,
we're
definitely,
friends,
definitely.
What should you bring? 5 top things that you should bring that you probably didn't think of.
Cleaning supplies.
Cleaning supplies.
Specifically, if you have like rugs down, vacuum, but
what if your vacuum doesn't work?
Make a friend.
Make a friend.
Or get a different one. And for our room, they're like at their very base, like tile. So like a Swiffer wet jet or something like that, because your floors are going to get so dirty so quickly, especially in the winter time, like bringing in all the salt on the roads and that kind of thing. They get really gross really fast.
Cleaning supplies is great. What else?
I would definitely say snacks or little meals that when you don't have time to run and get something from Capitol Court to just grab that you can microwave. So typical standard college stuff, little mac and cheese stuff, things like that.
Do people still eat Hot Pockets? I love Hot Pockets.
I don't
Get some
think
Hot
it is
Pockets.
Yeah, that's the pro tip.
You're not doing it, get Hot Pockets.
Right.
They have so much variety now. They have a ton of flavors.
Pepperoni pizza and ham and cheese are still the best. I don't care how many flavors they add. I'm sorry.
You're fine. I am a pizza rolls fan.
Okay,
pizza rolls.
some Tostinos.
Some Tostinos. Those are good. Those are good.
Microwavable like burritos, like breakfast burritos, something like that are frozen.
Love that.
Yeah, definitely wish I would have brought more of those like quick snack items my first couple months.
Okay.
Yeah. Wish I had brought a Brita, something to like fill up with water so I don't have to buy bottles of water or have, all of that. I just wish I had a Brita of cold water in my fridge all the time.
Awesome. Those are 3. Can we come up with 2 more?
A mattress topper, because I have one of those on my bed here at Capitol, and it's more comfortable than my bed at home. It's so comfortable. So
Mattress topper. Love that.
Our beds are super comfortable without it.
Yeah, I'm looking at you. You're like, listen, our beds are already comfortable.
They can be extra comfortable.
But they can be more comfortable than your bed at home.
Yes.
All right, mattress topper. That's a great one. Cleaning supplies, snacks, Brita, mattress topper. Number 5.
Should we say it in unison? I think we all know what's on our mind.
1, 2, 3. Laundry basket / hamper.
Ooh, / hamper. You really.
That was fancy.
Yeah.
Well, wait, what? Just because
you're going to have to do your laundry and you want to have something portable to transport it, and also not just throw your clothes on the ground, because that will upset your roommate and also yourself because it's a small space and you won't have any floor space anymore.
Yeah.
That's huge.
We have free laundry when you live on campus at Capitol too. So you want to have something to carry it to that free laundry.
It's very important. That's a great list. What would you guys say if we tried all the pizza that are available to Capitol students would you guys be down for a blind taste test?
Definitely.
Yes.
I would love that.
Okay, but it is pizza that has been stored in a residence hall refrigerator for 24 hours.
Love
Nothing new.
Right.
Oh, that's relatable.
We could go
Right.
longer.
Oh, we didn't know that would actually be relatable. We just did it, and we happened upon day old pizza. That's great. Okay, let's do that. Well, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you all had fun.
I had tons of fun today. I made a new friend.
There it is. Plural.
I think she's still on the fence.
Yeah.
Still on the fence.
Yeah, it's okay.
If you can fix a vacuum, then yes.
Yeah. You know what? We have 4 years.
Okay, let's go.
So thank you guys so much for being here. This has been episode 4 of CapChat.